My name is Shlomo Margalit.
Yes.
My wife.
Margalit.
I was born in Haifa. We are there since 1957.
Actually, how close are you from the border with Gaza? How close are you?
We are almost 2 kilometers.
2 kilometers.
Yeah. And we live on the west side of the kibbutz. We see from our porch, we can see their houses.
Okay, of Gaza.
Of Gaza.
But there is a wall? No, you can see.
No, the wall is underground. On top, there is a fence.
Okay.
The wall is, maybe it goes high like 1 meter or something like that. I'm not sure.
Underground.
No, underground goes 40 meters.
40 meters of wall.
That was against the
tunnels.
tunnels.
The tunnels, yes. So you have 40 meters
the
underground.
The wall is against the tunnels. Yeah. On top of that, there is a metal fence.
Okay. What happened on the 7th of October? And I know it's very hard, it's a difficult question, of course, but I'm listening if you are okay to tell us how started the day and what happened. And even a few days before.
A few days before, nothing happened. So the 6th was Erev Chag, and we were by our daughter at kibbutz Gvulot, and it was usual calm
Friday evening.
And the next morning, we had the Tzeva Adom, that's the alarm for rockets, and it was 100 times more severe than usual. Usually, when we were in bed, it was 6:30 in the morning. We had the Tzeva Adom. We moved from the bedroom to the shelter, and we thought, okay, we'll wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it'll be over as usual. But it was a very heavy rocketing, and less than an hour later, we heard speaking Arabic outside our windows. And then we realized what's happening.
They speak Arabic inside the house.
A few moments later, shooting, and they speak Arabic inside.
Shouting.
In your house?
In our house. Yeah.
Where were you? You were in the shelter?
Yes.
So you are in the shelter,
yeah,
and you listen to people speaking Arabic in your house, and then they were shooting?
They shut the front door to open their way in, and they entered the house, and they were looking for us, and we were in the shelter, and we the handle of the door, if you put it up, it locks. To unlock it, you have to pull it down. And actually, the whole issue was the struggle, the battle of on the handle.
You mean you were
holding the... keep the handle up, otherwise they open. And
so it is what you did?
That's what we did. We built a kind of construction. We had a drawer, we put it there.
But how is I mean, it's a huge door that the bullet cannot go through?
Yes, the bullets can go through, and there were apartments that they shot through that door. Yes, for unknown reason, they shot the front door, but they didn't shoot the shelter.
So they couldn't open the shelter?
And they tried.
They tried.
Okay.
They tried, and they left, they came back. It was 8 hours.
And we heard on the kind of WhatsApp of the kibbutz that we are all around the kibbutz, because from this neighborhood and this neighborhood people wrote, they are here, can you help us, can you help us? But nobody was there to help, because each one was holding his handle, holding his handle and fighting his own fight. And the army wasn't there, nobody.
There is any means by that time? So it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning? What time was that?
When they came in?
Yeah.
Before 7. Around
7 o'clock.
That was the first time they came in, then they left, and they came back. And then...
The first time that we heard that they are I call them the bad guys, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That they are in the kibbutz, that someone wrote, there are mechablim, bad guys, walking in the... Terrorists, walking, they are wearing army uniform, be careful. Then we realized that there are in the kibbutz. So we thought 2 of them, maybe 5. We didn't realize that there are hundreds of them, all over the whole kibbutz.
After they came in the first wave and they actually captured the kibbutz, it was their hold, they did whatever they were alone there. Then they brought in, then after them came the
neighbors, the bad neighbors from the Gaza Strip.
Yeah, they just men, women, children
from the Gaza.
From the Gaza, they came, they stole vehicles, bicycles, whatever, took whatever, everything that they could take, whatever they couldn't take or they wouldn't take, they broke, and they burned, and went back and forth, back and forth. Hundreds, even, I don't know. We were locked in there.
You could see something or just hearing?
No, just hearing.
Okay.
We were locked.
So you stayed 8 hours, so...
No, we stayed more, but with them we were 8 hours.
Yeah. Did you try to call the police or to call the army or to call...
Some people tried, in other kibbutzim they tried, but nobody came.
But there is no means to call the police or to call the army from the kibbutz? You have no number?
Yes, there were people that tried. On the net that we had,
yes.
We realized people were calling the army and police and the doctors that were wounded. Help us, I'm bleeding. Nobody came. We had them by hundreds walking around. We didn't know what will happen if you open the door.
Yes, of course. Well, we
assumed they'll shoot us.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So how many hours altogether you stayed in the shelter before you? 12 hours in the shelter. Because
after 8 hours, they came and back forth like 3, 4 times. They tried to open 3, 4 times they entered our apartment.
But you were speaking inside? You were silent?
Silent.
Whispering.
We hardly breathe.
Can you tell me what you saw when you opened the door after this nightmare, and what did you saw? Destruction.
We had a beautiful place. I mentioned it earlier. It was an oasis. It was actually declared, our kibbutz was declared as one of the botanical gardens in Israel. It was a botanical garden, something very unique, very special. Very special as an oasis in the desert. Not only the north, you have rain, you have everything, you have natural, everything, nothing was natural. It was brought in and so it was, you went to bed, Friday evening, the 6th in the evening, you went to bed in oasis, and when you opened your door to be taken out by the soldiers, you step out into the hell, burned, destructed, everything.
Bodies?
Well, the soldiers took us out.
Also, the soldier
The soldiers came
came.
around 2:30, something like that.
Yeah.
The terrorists weren't there anymore. They came, but the soldiers weren't sure about that. So they took us out and they said, go straight, don't look left, don't look right, go straight. They took us and they were around us, the soldiers, and they quickly took us to one of the kindergartens. They gathered us there. They went from apartment to apartment to see what they find out. Until they came to our apartment, it was 7 o'clock in the evening. It was dark. So anyhow, we could hardly see.
They took the wounded people to the hospital, to Beersheba, to the hospital. First of all, they took care of the wounded people.
Yeah.
In our house, there are 4 apartments, touched apartments. 2 of them burned. One on the other side, our neighbor was murdered there, he and his dog, and we came out.
Yeah, it's always, you don't know why, it's a matter of luck.
You can't explain it.
You know, there's no explanation, it's just because
It's luck because when we got out, we realized that on our front porch, they had piled tiles. That is for burning them.
So they prepared and for any reason.
For some reason,
Yeah, escape.
they didn't burn our house. For some reason, they didn't shoot our safety door. They tried 3-4 times to open it,
Shouting.
and knocking and all that.
They burned houses. There are
Yeah.
many people that their house was burned. They jumped through the window because the other possibility was to die from the burn.
Yes.
You have a window in the safe room, and it has a
Close it.
screen, a metal screen
Yeah.
that you close it, and then that's bullet safe. We thought the door was also bullet safe, but we learned that it wasn't, and we thought that the door was smoke safe as well. Yeah, because but it wasn't. So if you burned the apartment, the smoke came in through the door,
Yeah.
and you either you would die from choking,
Yeah.
or you'll have to open
And then,
the window and jump out. What is more risky? And a lot of people jumped out. They just opened the window and jumped out. And some of them were caught, some of them were shot, and some of them managed to
find another shelter.
The bottom line at the end, like more than a quarter of the population, if we said we're around 400 people on the kibboutz population, over 100 were either shot, either killed, murdered, or captured.
do we know how much are captured,
Yes.
all of them, from the kibbutz?
Around 70.
Around 70.
70 are,
70.
okay. And some of them,
Old people, young
Old people,
people,
yeah.
children,
Sick people,
sick people.
babies.
how many young people in the kibbutz were murdered?
I can't give you the exact count. I didn't count by age, but
Young girls?
the extreme thing is that a family of 5, 2 young parents and 3 young children. How old are 3?
5. The twins were 5,
5?
and the youngest boy was 2.5.
Slaughtered. All 5 in the
All the 5 in the apartment.
You can't live today on the kibbutz.
Because of the destruction?
Because of destruction, because it's a dead place as of now. People with young children went through this trauma.
They will never.
How can they bring back the children that even now They can't sleep alone. They wet in the bed. They have nightmares. Now here in Eilat, going back there, where it happened, people who have murdered people of their family, to go back to where my husband, my son, my father was murdered. It's not so easy. It's a big question. We are not, that's our personal view, that we are not yet in a stage to deal with that question. Now the stage is to settle down in a kind of normal place. As I said earlier, not far away from the kibbutz, so we will have the connections and so on, but a place that you can get back to life, to normal life as much as it can be normal, and build the communal structure, and try to heal as much as you can, the souls from that terrible day, and only then can we have the energy to sit down and ask ourselves,
now what?
Now what? Where are we going? How are we doing that? Because
the
first of all,
most important thing now, today, is to bring back all the kidnapped people that are still there. Until the last one of them comes back, nothing will happen. This kibbutz will never be kibbutz Nir Oz until the last one of them comes back. This is the most important thing now. Not the war, not the country, the people that are still there. And we wait. I don't know how long we have to wait, but we wait until the last one comes back.
we went through a trauma. Not only on a personal level, but on a national level. Something happened that there are people who compare that to the Shoah. That we as Jews, in our state, in our home, there were people hiding under the beds, hiding in cupboards. It recalls something. Because we are Jewish, because we are Israelis, because it's a terrible thing. I think that on that level, it doesn't hurt. We went through that physically, but I think it's something that cuts through the whole state, and it's much more than Yom Kippur. And it'll take a very long time and long efforts to get through that. But we were there, we experienced that, physically. When we came out of there and we met the people of Israel, on the large scale, not only the Israelis, people like you. That is so important for us. It's the healing glue, the biggest and it's the best healing glue that can happen. It's hard to pass. I'm not sure I even can pass over the feeling we have sitting in front of a man like you and other people who were yesterday the managers of homes, those who furnished the apartment. They were here yesterday. And they also made a film for their workers that they went They work day and night to do that. And that, if there is something, even more than money, that can help us heal, it won't heal totally, but to recover and get back to normal, that's what happens. That's what helps us to do that. And thank you for that. Thank you.